Nestled in the Rocky Mountains, Folsom Field in Boulder. It's week 11 of this college football season, and our coverage on EA Sports continues. It's the Houston Cougars and the Colorado Buffaloes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and we are keeping a close eye on the weather, along with help from Holly Rowe.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Guys?
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. Deep in the end zone, it's Perry. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So Colorado's offense will be first on the attack. And there he is, the prolific veteran Danny Scudero. And you get the idea that he'll be keeping an eye on the kind of day his counterpart is having for their offense. Complete to start this drive. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Now on first down from the 28. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Gives it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. The run inside. It's Young. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Here's Lewis to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Out wide left, it's Atkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Third down from the gun, Lewis. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. The accuracy is perfect, the loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. So Houston's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press them and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Right side, it's Sanford.
Yeah, how about the running back showing you a little agility, baby? A little toe tapping on the sidelines. He looked like a wide receiver. Make sure he kept his feet in bounds, makes the catch, gets some positive yards.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Running inside, it's Sanford. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Looking for space. It's Hughes.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. This time they'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Young. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a 1st down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on 1st. Out wide right, it's Hughes. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Walker. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Finds his target. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Still nothing on the board as we open up play here in the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Motion from the back. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hughes. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Run in the red zone. It's Sanford. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Quarterback changing the play. Right back to the well. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your...
Snags it, and there's running room. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. Needs it here on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Straight ahead, it's Young. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Motion from the wideout. Play fake, Lewis. Rush right in his face. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Fires on the move. What a grab with one hand. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
The Buffaloes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Throwing, Lewis. Right down the middle. Holds on, it's more. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Right side, it's Young. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that 1st down marker. It'll be 4th down. And the Buffaloes will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Hits inside. It's Hughes. He's there to make the stop.
So if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him. He slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Wigman. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They finally get him down, but the explosive play has them set up as we get set for the final 2 minutes of the half. And the Cougars will have it 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Fresh set of downs going up top. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry. Second down, gonna throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Hughes. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Cougars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Gets the back moving. Drops back on first down. Makes the catch. It's Walker. At the 20, he's got space. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Just keep slinging it. On target. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Wegman. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Cougars! The sure hand's in the end zone, and he has 6. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score.
7, Colorado, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Lewis throws to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nice play to knock that one down.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. The snap sets up the throw. Setting up the screen. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Buffaloes will punt it away on 4th down. Not a lot of room to field this one. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Back to throw, it's Wigman. Out wide right, it's Broussard.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Broussard. Breaks into the open. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Fires to the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Houston going up tempo. Looking for room. It's Hughes. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown Cougars. Fired in from the red zone for the score. On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-way scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. Ready, go! That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. Let's take a look at the USF Bulls taking on the Memphis Tigers. And it's USF able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. This ball club now stands at 7 wins. They've assured themselves at the very least of a better than 500 regular season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now back to your game in Boulder. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
He'll put toe to leather and get this 2nd half started. He'll bring it out. It's Drake. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
I caught up with the Houston head coach coming out of the locker room at the half. He is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the 1st half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the 2nd. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Right back to the well. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Right at the line. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. Offense still out there lining up quickly on 4th down. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. All they needed were a couple of inches, and they were able to convert on 4th down.
Man, I like the play call. You don't have to be perfect when you just need a couple of inches. I mean, you got a back that you trust that can lower his pads, fall forward, go get it. Love the call.
Houston is moving it quickly down the field. Quick give. It's Hughes.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Back to pass, it's Wegman. Right side, it's Sanford. Oh, he's got some space. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The short hands, it's Broussard. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. In the red area, it's Sanford. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick with the physical ground game late in the game. That's how you finish opponents off.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. From the gun, it's Sanford. Maybe a crease. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
You can tell, man, really made a point for this offense to run the football, to be physical and defensively. Already getting behind in this football game, not stopping the run on this drive. They've got to get more aggressive. They've got to get more physical on that line of scrimmage.
Complete on 3rd down. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking for a man. It's Wigman. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in 2nd and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Not very pretty, highly effective using that carom off the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where...
Turns on the Jets. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bucks! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in from the Houston sideline. There is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise. He is their guy, and he is showing that leadership down here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Long way to go on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Drops back, it's Swegman. Out wide right, it's Sanford. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And that's good enough for a first down.
This game is decided as we check out the Week 11 scoreboard. Top 12 teams in the country. Of course, all of these teams playoff contenders. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Might as well give it to him again. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Powers inside. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Wigman. Right side, it's Young. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Left side, it's Sanford. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Second down, going to throw it. Out wide right, it's Walker. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
He's tackled at the 9-yard line. First and goal, Houston.
And the Cougars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wants to throw it. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, I find it hard-pressed. They're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Here's Lewis to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. With the catch, it's Askins. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
And he's got plenty for the first down, and now they'll have a chance to get their thoughts together coming out of the 2-minute timeout. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. DB's right up on the receivers. It's Lewis again. Fires to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Throwing, Lewis. Lofts one high and deep. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Looking to pass, it's Wegman. Out wide left, it's Sanford. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. They'll need a bunch on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sanford. Colorado will go ahead and use its second timeout here. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you've got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
Brought down after a big run, and that is the way to put an exclamation point on this one.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game, and Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really of this offense too. They are going to be physical. They're going to run the ball even when you know it's coming. And in that situation where you just need one first down to end the game, you can go out and execute like that. They're going to feel good after this one.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The run inside. It's Sanford. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. On the run, it's Sanford. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And man, it's a big decision for this offense. Like having the lead, does that change your mind? Are you less aggressive, or do you go for the gusto? Do you try to finish this thing off yourself by getting the first down, continuing to possess the ball here in the 4th quarter with the lead?
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.